In the shadow of Heart Mountain Butte, near Powell, Wyoming, stands a place that represents one of the darkest chapters in American history. During World War II, the Heart Mountain Relocation Center, more accurately known today as a confinement or incarceration site, held thousands of Japanese Americans who had committed no crime. Their only offense was their ancestry. Following Japan's attack on Pearl Harbor in December 1941, fear, racism, and war hysteria swept the United States.
When the Japanese attacked Pearl Harbor, our west coast became a potential combat zone.
On February 19, 1942, President Franklin D. Roosevelt signed an executive order, 9066, authorizing the forced removal of people of Japanese descent from the West Coast. There was no evidence of widespread disloyalty, yet military necessity was cited. Approximately 120,000 Japanese Americans, about two-thirds of them U.S. citizens, were uprooted from their homes, businesses, and farms. They were first sent to temporary assembly centers, often racetracks or fairgrounds, with families housed in horse stalls. Then to 10 Permanent War Relocation Authority, or WRA, camps in remote inland areas. Heart Mountain was one of the largest. The other WRA camps were spread across the rest of the western United States. Conditions in each one varied, but all shared barbed wire, guard towers, and loss of freedom. Heart Mountain in the high plains of Wyoming was noted for its especially harsh climate. Construction at Heart Mountain began in June 1942 by the U.S. Army Corps of Engineers. The first internees arrived by train on August 11, 1942, primarily from California, Los Angeles, and Santa Clara counties, and some from Washington state. The camp spanned about 740 acres for housing within the larger 46,000-acre site used primarily for farming. It featured over 650 buildings, including barracks arranged in 20 blocks, mess halls, schools, a hospital, and recreation areas, all surrounded by barbed wire and 9 guard towers. At its peak on January 1, 1943, the population reached 10,767, making it temporarily the third largest city in Wyoming. Over the camp's operation, more than 14,000 people passed through. Living conditions were stark and challenging. Families were assigned to 20 by 20 foot or similar tar paper covered barracks with no insulation, minimal furnishings, often just cots, and shared communal bathrooms, laundry, and mess hall. Summers brought extreme heat and dust. Winters were brutally cold, with temperatures dropping to minus 28 degrees Fahrenheit and harsh winds. They adapted by building furniture from scrap wood, planting gardens, and organizing schools, sports, religious services, and even a newspaper. Medical care was limited. Food was mass-produced, and privacy, it was nearly non-existent. Despite this, the community worked hard, farming, building irrigation systems, and contributing to the war effort through labor. The camp operated for 1,187 days from August 1942 until its official closure on November 10, 1945. Many internees remained until near the end, as they had nowhere else to return to or feared hostility on the West Coast. Life in confinement raised profound questions of loyalty and rights. While many young men from Heart Mountain served in the U.S. military, including the highly decorated 442nd Regimental Combat Team, Heart Mountain stood out for its organized draft resistance. The Heart Mountain Fair Play Committee, believing their constitutional rights were violated while incarcerated, encouraged resistance to the draft. This led to the highest number of resistors among the camps. 85 men refused induction, resulting in trials and imprisonments, convictions later overturned for some of the leaders. It highlighted the tensions between patriotism and protest. The lasting repercussions were profound. Internees lost an estimated $400 million in property, homes, businesses, farms, with little compensation at the time. Families face stigma, economic hardships, and trauma upon release. The experience disrupted generations, affecting identity, trust in government, and community bonds. In 1988, the Civil Liberties Act provided a formal apology and $20,000 redress to surviving internees, acknowledging as a great injustice driven by racism rather than necessity. Today, sites like the Heart Mountain Interpretive Center preserve this history, educating visitors about civil liberties and the cost of fear. Heart Mountain reminds us that even in times of crisis, upholding the rights of all Americans is essential. The resilience of those confined there, who rebuilt their lives, served their country, and fought for justice, stand as a testament to the human spirit. We must remember so it never happens again.